Hey everyone, welcome back to 2 Idiots Review. I'm Caleb.
I'm Hannah, and it is early, and we got up early to watch Hawkeye.
So if I yawn, I'm not bored, I'm just tired.
Yeah, to do it before we had, I had to go to work, and he has to work, and because we got stuff after, and we didn't want to wait. So, yeah, it's I had to get up a little earlier than I wanted to. But yeah, so we're gonna take a look at episode 4, Partners. Am I right?
I mean, they're not wrong.
Yeah, you know, if you haven't watched any of the previous episodes, they're there except for episode 2.
A little technical issue happened with that one.
But episodes 1 and 3 are there. I actually thought today was episode 5. So
You're like, oh, we're heading into the finale. Oh, wait, no, we're not.
I was like, oh, the finale's gonna happen right before like Spider-Man. Like that kind of works out, and then like
Although
yeah.
they probably should have done it that way.
I
But
was like, but no, that's not what it is. But yeah, so let's take a look.
Stay exactly
yes.
where you are.
the sword.
Jack, no! What the hell is going on? And why is there an Avenger in my dining room?
Hi. Oh my God. You're Archer.
Hawkeye.
Or Clint.
Archer.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, sure.
Well,
But that was the Ronin sword, though, right?
I mean, it was, yeah.
So I wouldn't you be like,
are working on a
where'd you get
case,
this?
and we need to use the bathroom. I hate it.
By the way, thank you for saving the world. Don't mention it.
I would like my daughter to start telling me the truth. So Kate is helping you with an Avengers level threat?
Well, not exactly.
Like, not Avenger level threat. I'm just one Avenger. We're not calling in everybody.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to trust everyone at this table. Natasha Romanoff was pretty damn good at it, wasn't she? Being good isn't always enough to keep you alive.
No, except she chose to die.
I know.
She didn't die in the line of duty.
Clint.
Yeah, but what I can do is ensure that your daughter stays safe. Okay?
Like you did for Natasha Romanoff. He's like, all right.
He's like, I wanted to die.
I know. He's like, to be fair, I tried to sacrifice myself.
Like, it should be Natasha in the show right now, not me.
I'll see you soon. I promise.
Yeah, keep saying that. Just
Oh, guys.
Makes me think you're gonna die.
I'm stuck at work a little longer.
Life is short. You never know what you're going to get. What?
The other day you said absence makes the heart grow older.
Because that's what it does.
Aw, honey, come here. Oh, you're making my heart.
I'm trying to make him likable. We know
I
that,
know.
We know that he's the villain.
we already
like,
know he's like in charge of
I guess
he's high up in the tracksuit mafia.
my family is better than being alone in the holidays, right?
It's a movie marathon night, right? Check this out. I got movies.
Santa Claus.
That's very thoughtful of you. Thanks.
He's like, return my
But
child.
can we put a pause on that and talk about Sword Boy for a minute?
We're just gonna have to come up with a plan to take down my mom's fiance's organized crime ring while simultaneously having a heartwarming holiday celebration.
I mean, that's what the whole show has been about. So
I know.
you just
Any more of that slushy stuff?
you just gave the elevator pitch of what the show is.
Ever heard of boomerang arrows?
What? Why would I ever want to use a boomerang arrow?
Because they come back.
Exactly.
If old trick arrows were boomerangs, then we'd have them all.
Coming back at us.
You'd have to dodge.
It would come
Yeah,
back
nobody
at you.
wants boomerang
Exactly. Why would I want that?
The second one puts it right up the
All
middle.
superheroes.
Alright. Best shot you ever took.
The one I didn't take.
What does that mean?
Means. Never mind. Shouldn't have said it.
Oh, come on, you can't do that.
Never mind. It's nothing.
What? Look, come on,
The one that was
consider
meant
my
for
Christmas
Natasha
present.
Romanoff.
Alright, it's
Look,
not the
it'll
right
be a
time.
good story, I'm sure.
It's just not a good story.
You mean Natasha?
Like, I hid that well, huh?
I know.
Is Yelena gonna, like, bust in right now and start, like...
It's alright. It's When you do what I do for a living, it's just a game of managing loss, right?
That music kind of sounds like the music that was playing in Endgame when she died.
You'd know that better than I.
Like half the world.
Not exactly, but it kind of sounded similar.
That must have been devastating. Is that where you met the Ronin?
Why I became the Ronin.
Well, he was Ronin before Natasha died.
It's you, isn't it?
Everybody dealt with the blip in their own way. I continued doing what I was trained to do.
That's brave. What if somebody came in? Why do I feel like somebody's going to come in?
Killing all these people is gonna bring your family value.
Drinking from a Thanos was right mug.
Some coffee.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, this morning I'm gonna have a talk with our friend Kazi.
No, we're gonna be revisiting these guys again.
Wasn't I just walking around New York City with a bow and arrow? Like,
I don't learn how to shoot a bow and arrow.
I say this every time we watch something where there's somebody uses a bow and arrow.
Hunger Games.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are.
That's pretty much it.
Well, for me, it's arrow, and then
Who are you? Hawkeye sent me here on official Avengers business.
Get you the arrows and info, and you get us materials for a new costume.
Okay, how about enough materials to make your costumes plus 2 more? I know a certain someone who needs a little help with theirs.
Hawkeye needs a mask with a giant H on it.
Great.
Hey, Orville, you hear that? We get new costumes.
It's not fair that your inability to act like a grown-up helps you get your way.
No, it's not. But it is what it is.
All right, look, I need you to
Is
use
it gonna
your
be Elena?
look arrow to anchor yourself in. Propel down the side of
That would
the
be
building if
interesting.
The window is locked.
Not just a
like she got it to
lure him in.
Sir, can I help you with your bags?
Oh,
What was that?
I don't know. They're like strobe lights attached to the wall.
Strobe light? What do you mean strobe light?
I don't know.
Apartment. All right, I'm coming. Okay.
Clint, what's going on? Clint?
I mean, if you want to tie it directly into the main story.
Maya's here.
Yeah, I can see that.
Then why didn't you tell me?
I'm being attacked.
Maya's on the roof with me.
No, Maya is definitely here.
That's Elena.
Yeah.
Who am I fighting then?
Oh, this is great.
Scoot yourself forward.
Come on. Come on.
Definitely Elena. I saw how she was just, like her pose.
Total poser. Oh yeah.
He's like, I know
Like I've
that.
seen that text
Yeah.
before.
I thought he was gonna maybe recognize like who she might be based on the fighting style.
If he even knows who she is at all.
That's a little reminiscent. He's like, oh,
It was supposed to be me.
I know.
It's also kind of reminiscent of when he shot that at Black Arrow's feet. I mean, at Black Widow's feet. Okay, you already can't hear. Like,
Yeah, but he has his hearing aid on, so now he's like,
now
ah.
you really can't hear.
Hello.
What?
I know.
The arrow that she never, the shot that she never took.
You don't want to know, Kate. Someone is hired. The Black Widow assassin. This has gotten very real. Very quickly. It's over.
Of course.
Well, hopefully, she's in more episodes than just this.
She has to be. I mean, I feel like they can't just leave it at that.
I'm like, if that's all that was setting up for, then that was very disappointing.
Yeah. No, I mean, I feel like she's got to be in. She's got to be one. So he doesn't know that, like, she took down the Black Widows? Like, the fact that he's like, oh, somebody hired a Black Widow to, like, so he doesn't know Natasha, like,
I mean, he
took them down?
He might. I mean, but, well, he didn't take down all of them, though. She took down the ones that were still in the Red Room, but then she downloaded the database of all the Black Widows around the world that were still...
Well, but it's been how many years? And then,
but if we haven't seen them take anything down, I imagine there's probably going to be a story that they do at some point. Otherwise, they wouldn't have done that whole story point of downloading the database and all that. So this could just be, he probably doesn't know who she is, or that, she's Natasha's sister. He just recognizes the little wrist things and the fighting style and was like, somebody hired a Black Widow, and now they're trying to kill us.
Yeah, so I mean, I feel like, she's definitely got to be in more, like, either in the next one, or the next two, or, like, whatever. There's only two left, but...
she's the main villain.
Right. That'd be interesting. It's like, twist.
Because, like, right now, they haven't really, they haven't fully established any kind of just, like, main antagonist. No.
There's always, like, a pause, and I'm like, end credit scene? No.
They haven't, like, really established any, like, true antagonists. Like, there's been multiple, the tracksuit mafia, and then the swordsman, and, now Yelena.
And, like, all that kind of stuff.
And, some unspoken guy who they just keep saying, like, the boss or the big guy, or, That's how Fisk always was referenced in season 1 of Daredevil. It was just some nameless guy who was just like, oh, like, the big guy. And I'm just like, okay, but who's the big guy? Like, you can't just keep just calling him that, like... And Hawkeye did say something in this episode about, like, how that guy doesn't like to be in the spotlight or doesn't like to have it or something like that. And I'm just like, so, like, is he in the show?
I mean, it's been confirmed that Charlie Cox is going to be some version of a Daredevil for the MCU.
I mean, I suppose. I hope that they at least kind of explain, like, was that always canon? Is it a multiverse thing? Like, I hope they kind of explain...
I mean, it could, because here's the thing. So, like, this is, supposedly supposed to take 2 years after the events of Endgame. Mm-hmm. And Spider-Man's going to pick up right after the previous Spider-Man, which was, like, 6 months or whatever after Endgame. So,
supposedly, but their timelines are always a little
but
screwy.
So I mean, the people coming from different universes and all that stuff would have already happened. So, like, Fisk could technically be in this universe, and it could still be the same one if they wanted to do it that way.
Right.
So I mean, they do have, like, that kind of get out of jail free card a little bit right there.
But it's like, if Fisk has only been here for like a year and a half or 2 years.
Maybe he killed the previous Fisk and took over his organ.
I'm like, he built up an empire rather quickly.
Well, he knows how to do that thing.
And there's another Vanessa in this universe. He's like, yes.
I know, right? Maybe that's why he stuck around, or he's like, all right. Because what was it, Into the Spider-Verse, where he was just, like, trying to find another Vanessa?
His family, his wife and daughter died, and their son, whoever his wife and child died, and then he was trying to open up the multiverse to find another family.
Find another one. But yeah, so, I mean, it could, I'm wondering if that's why episode 5 is supposed to be, like, explosive. Which means we're going to have to get up super early next week. But, I mean, but they haven't done much with moving the story along with the villains. like, whoever the big bad, like, really is. Like, we just,
It's been more just focused on Hawkeye and her, which is
fine. I do like their back and forth, and I do like their
But
chemistry.
every show and every story does need a villain, so it'd be nice if we knew who for sure it was, like whether it's the swordsman, which I feel like might be the most probable, since like he is the one that we've got to know the most.
Yeah, like he's definitely involved. I mean, he is, laundering money to the tracksuits or whatever. So like he's.
But I'm like, if somebody like Fisk were to all of a sudden pop up, I'm like, we wouldn't really need him to have been in the whole show for him to be the main villain. Like, he could show up in the last episode and be like, I'm the big bad. Like,
well, but and here's the thing is that they don't necessarily. This guy, her mom's fiance, could be the big bad, but then Fisk is,
pulling the strings behind it.
They're like kind of introducing Fisk to be like a. Bigger overall.
He could be he could be involved in the Echo series since she's working for the tracksuit, and the tracksuit is supposedly under his.
So I was like, they could payroll. Just be setting him up to be in it, but where like the sword fiance mom, whatever his name is, he could be like the actual like main villain of this season.
Ooh, I would like Fisk to be in Spider-Man.
I mean.
That'd be pretty cool.
Nice.
Maybe he's the sixth villain. They gotta have 6. They only have 5. So.
But I mean, yeah, that would be nice to actually see him, be a Spider-Man villain for once. But we'll see. Anything else to jump out?
No, I mean this was
this was the shortest episode, so I'm wondering if next week's might be
an all-around good episode. I mean, so far, I mean they've all been good and entertaining. It's just I have no idea, like, I feel like I have no idea where the show is going towards, whereas, some of the other ones, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, while, I kind of had an idea, a general idea of how the show was going to end up playing out and stuff, but on, like, this one, I'm like, I don't even know who they're going to be fighting in the last episode. I'm like, I have no idea what to expect out of the next 2 episodes, so I guess that's good and bad, but mostly good.
Yeah, so, we'll see. Let us know what you guys thought in the comments. Like, subscribe. Thank you for watching.